The life of Katja K, born Sussi la Cour presents a rich tapestry woven from strands of controversy, empowerment, reinvention, and cultural significance. Known variously as Katja K, Katja K, and Sussi la Cour, she has traversed the diverse worlds of erotic film, business, mainstream entertainment, music, and hospitality. More than just a media figure, her life encapsulates key themes of modern womanhood, including agency, entrepreneurship, public transformation, and resilience in the face of societal judgment. In broader historical and cultural contexts, Katja K represents the changing perceptions of female sexuality and empowerment from the late 20th century to the present. Her trajectory from film star to businesswoman and media personality reflects shifts in social norms and the expanding acceptance of multifaceted female identities in Western societies. Katja's life is emblematic of a new type of public figure, one who does not conform to a singular path but constantly redefines herself in defiance of societal expectations. This video argues that Katja K's life is a compelling narrative of personal transformation that intersects with broader social evolutions regarding gender, sexuality, and media representation. Through a detailed examination of her career in entertainment, her transition into entrepreneurship and mainstream media, and her ultimate reinvention as a professional in the hospitality industry, we see a portrait of a woman who consistently challenges and redefines norms. Katja K's rise to fame began in the late 1990s with her career as a film actress. Under the stage name Katja K, she became one of Denmark's most internationally recognized performers, known for both her performances and her public persona. Her candid admission of having performed oral on over 500 men became emblematic of her unapologetic embrace of her sexuality and her refusal to conform to societal expectations of shame or concealment. In an era when entertainment remained deeply stigmatized, particularly for women, Katja's openness challenged prevailing moral narratives. Her career coincided with a period of significant change in the industry, as the internet transformed consumption and distribution. Katja became a key figure in this transformation, achieving international notoriety not only through her films but also through her ability to market herself as a brand. This was particularly significant in Europe, where performers rarely crossed into mainstream celebrity. Her appeal was not merely physical, it was also intellectual and charismatic. She frequently engaged with her audience in interviews and public appearances, speaking candidly about her experiences and challenging the marginalization of workers. Katja's work helped to humanize performers, positioning them not as objects of shame but as complex individuals with agency and ambition. Her decision to leave the industry at the height of her fame demonstrated her control over her own narrative, rejecting the idea that performers are forever defined by their past. This transition marked the beginning of a broader reinvention that would come to define her public identity. Katja's post-porn career illustrates a deliberate and strategic reinvention. After leaving the industry, she ventured into business, founding Katja K Underwear, a brand aimed at women who embrace both elegance and sexual empowerment. The company became successful within niche markets and remained in operation for 5 years. Through this venture, Katja K demonstrated that former performers could achieve legitimacy and success in traditional business environments, contradicting societal assumptions about the limitations imposed by a past in work. Simultaneously, Katja entered the world of mainstream entertainment. She starred in the Danish sitcom, Constance, where she met her future husband, actor Marco Dollens. Her involvement in television further legitimized her status as a multifaceted media figure. In this phase of her career, she also explored music and writing, publishing columns and engaging in intellectual discussions on gender, sexuality, and society. These activities marked a deliberate repositioning. Rather than disowning her past, Katja embraced it, using her experiences to build credibility as a commentator on issues related to gender and identity. Her studies in experience leadership at Roskilde University underscore her commitment to intellectual development and her desire to influence beyond the realm of entertainment. In a society where former performers often face permanent stigmatization, Katja K defied the odds, constructing a respected public identity rooted in authenticity, talent, and vision. Beyond entertainment and business, Katja K has carved out a role as a cultural critic and intellectual voice. Through columns, interviews, and public appearances, she has addressed issues related to feminism, body image, personal agency, and the politics of sexuality. Her commentary is particularly compelling because it draws from lived experience, not from theory alone. Katja has consistently advocated for the normalization and stigmatization of work, arguing that personal autonomy and sexual expression are not inherently incompatible with social respectability. Her biography, Katja KXXX, Stirna I Sindens by, written by Henrik List, reflects this intellectual depth. Based on extensive interviews, the book delves into her psychological, emotional, and philosophical reflections on her life's journey. Rather than being framed solely as a titillating account, the biography presents a layered narrative about resilience, transformation, and identity. In this context, Katja functions not just as a celebrity, but as a case study in the fluidity of modern identity and the complexities of public life in a media-saturated age. As media landscapes evolve, figures like Katja become crucial in challenging monolithic representations of women and sexuality. She exemplifies how personal narrative can become a form of resistance and education. By sharing her journey openly, Katja K empowers others, especially women, to question societal norms and embrace self-authored lives. Despite her many reinventions, Katja K's public life has not been free of criticism. Detractors argue that her film career permanently taints her public persona, limiting her ability to serve as a role model or thought leader. These views often stem from deeply ingrained societal biases that conflate sexuality with immorality and dismiss the potential for personal growth. However, such criticisms fail to acknowledge the cultural evolution that Katja herself has helped to catalyze. In embracing her past and leveraging it to build new opportunities, she has dismantled the binary between fallen woman and respectable citizen. Her success in business, academia, and hospitality demonstrates that a person's value is not defined by one phase of their life, but by their entire trajectory. Katja's career exemplifies the growing recognition that identity is multifaceted and fluid, not fixed by any single chapter. Moreover, her candidness and refusal to hide her past serve as powerful tools of social change. She challenges not only the stigma surrounding entertainment but also the broader societal discomfort with female agency and sexual autonomy. Rather than being diminished by her history, Katja K has transformed it into a source of insight, strength, and innovation. Katja K's life is more than the story of an actress turned entrepreneur. It is a compelling case study in modern identity, cultural evolution, and female empowerment. Through her work in entertainment, business, media, and hospitality, she has consistently defied societal expectations and redefined what it means to be a public woman in the 21st century. The main ideas explored in this video: her early career in film, her entrepreneurial ventures, her role as a cultural commentator, and the refutation of public stigma, all support the thesis that Katja K is a symbol of transformation and agency. Her journey from marginalization to mainstream success reflects broader societal shifts toward accepting complex, non-linear life narratives, particularly those of women. In reaffirming this thesis, it becomes clear that Katja K is not merely a media personality but a cultural icon whose life forces us to reconsider our definitions of success, respectability, and personal growth. Her story invites ongoing dialogue about sexuality, gender, and the power of self-reinvention in an increasingly open and diverse world. Katja K stands as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the boundless possibilities that arise when one dares to live authentically. Her legacy is not just in the films she made or the businesses she built, but in the minds she changed and the conversations she started. Her life calls us to challenge our assumptions, embrace complexity, and recognize the power of transformation. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to our channel. By subscribing, you'll be notified when we upload new videos. Thank you again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.